It's celebration time with Celebrate Uganda, the best radio station for African music.
And yes, welcome back. This is Exodus, your host with Mr. Mo, aka President. We just come back from the break, and finally our guest is here. Her name is Pro Barbara, aka Barbara Ngabo, and she's finally here to introduce her to our radio station, Celebrate Uganda.
Yes, and something that you might not know about Pro Barbara, she is an artist, she is a entrepreneur, she is also one of Celebrate Uganda's own host, and is Barbara, and she's a mother, actually. Tell us a bit about yourself, Barbara. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much.
Yes?
As mentioned by you, I'm an entrepreneur, and we're working on a project, or started a project, where we want to start a cross-cultural dialogue with women, local women in my country, in my village, and connect them to women globally, in the global world.
Okay, so you're saying your country. Which country is that for those that don't
Uganda. Know? Uganda. Yeah, Uganda is my country.
Yeah, Uganda.
Yeah.
Woo. So tell us, you also have like a video blog, you said?
Yes, I'm video blogging, and it's called Barbara Plus 9. Plus the sign 9. So if you write Barbara Plus 9, you'll be able to see me, and I'm video blogging about my experiences in Sweden as a mom, as a woman attending maternal health in Sweden, and then as a mother who aspires to be an entrepreneur and a change maker. Yeah.
Plus 9, what's that?
Plus 9. Those are the kids that I have.
You have 9 children. Whoa!
Yes, I'm a mother of 9.
Applause for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the applause?
Exclusive.
And also, we're not only here, 3 of us. You might see only 3 of us, but we actually have a sleeping guest as well.
Yes.
What's his name?
And that's Mr. Gideon Enoch, and he's with us.
Oh, here he is, to the camera. Woo. I guess he's sleeping. Let's talk about sleeping at work. Huh?
So yes, tell us, Pro Barbara, what's the sole purpose of this research you're doing? What do you see to achieve from all of this?
We want to connect the people, the local people in the rural area where we're working in Butalango. Actually, this is in Akaseki district. We want to connect these people globally to the people outside, and also bring what they're doing, their life and experiences and their skills and everything they're doing, everything about them, and bring it open up a door or a window into their lives where they can share their stories with the world outside them. Doing this, we enable them to be or experience things like the social media or internet, which is not there at this moment in time. So that's what we want to do, is to open up a window, a door, or a bridge to connect with them and connect them to the people outside their world.
So yes, I heard you also doing some research on sex reproduction and stuff.
We're doing a research about sex and reproductive issues and rights in Uganda, and also and the purpose was to compare how these people in a rural area in another continent, in Uganda in this case, how they go about their lives when it comes to issues about sex and reproductive rights, and then compare it with how it is in my society here in Sweden. So our research is to find out underlying issues in the community. How do they survive, and what do they have to go through, and what kind of obstacles do they face, and how do they go around that and find solutions for them.
Like you talking about sex reproduction, that's the blog that you're doing. Is that the same project that you're gonna do for Nakaseke district, or are you doing something else?
Yeah, we thought of different things, or we could go in doing different things, but this topic is something that is a taboo in our society.
To talk about sex? Yeah,
to talk about sex and reproductive issues in society openly. It's not something that we used to do back home. And I got in contact with an organization in Sweden called RSFU. RSFU. And this organization works with sex and reproduction issues and rights for people. So that it became a way for us, or a foot for us, or a topic that we can use to step down into the local village and to talk about that. But actually, we're working on different things also. a number of different things.
Can you mention like one or two of the other things that you're going to be doing down there?
What we're doing actually is empowering women, and we're empowering them through different kinds of things. We're giving them opportunities to create income or generate income for their families and take care of themselves health-wise, and also creating a base for women to be able to speak about their desires, their dreams, and their lives, and to share their stories, and also educate these people and enlighten them on new things, also learn from them.
When you talk about that, like I know the EU is doing these kind of projects, especially like in the bit poorer countries in Africa. I know one of the places that they want to bring this kind of projects in are Somalia, where they want to educate people to start reading and writing, especially women. Is that something that Uganda also is facing, like they might be illiterate?
Yes, it depends on where and who you talk to. But in this particular place where we're working, there's a lot of
illiteracy.
Yeah, literacy. And when families coming from a particular family, many times they support boys or educate boys.
Yeah.
They choose boys over girls. So many literate women are in the community. So there's actually need for educating and bringing these women forward and also helping them.
And this is something you guys are also going to be doing?
Yes.
Is this something like
progressively?
Is this something like the EU is funding or any other big organization or funding?
No, not at this point. We've been working from out of our own pockets. At this point, it's like we started
self-investment.
Yeah, we started this whole thing out of it's like a call we have on us. We feel like this is a purpose of us being in existence, and we try to fund it through our own funds.
Yeah,
we come and work here, Sweden, and then take leave and go back and fund this whole thing.
Yeah.
But what we're trying to do now is to reach out and see if we can come in contact with people who'll be interested, or organizations who'll be interested in lifting and pushing this thing forward.
You want organizations to reach out?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you speaking about this and just knowing that you're doing this for your from your own pockets and your own energy, it makes me people like me want to like maybe support you. How could we? Like maybe donate. Maybe I don't know if you're taking clothes or containers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of Europeans have a lot of things to give to Africa when it comes to clothes, education, experience, or just even funding it like financially, like a few 1, 2, 3 krona or pounds or euros or dollars could help a long way. So how could we contribute?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be all money. But it's things like clothes, as you mentioned. It can be giving out your time to teach somebody else about things that that are working in your life, as well as learning from them. And then it could be just support, moral support. So there are a lot of things people can do from individual level to organizations. People can give away things they just tend to throw away here in our society. And the people that don't live, they live on very little and survive by it. So if we can support them in many ways, it could be a pen, because even a pen costs it costs something to get in Africa to be able to go to school, or books.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be all money, but everything that you might feel you don't want to keep around anymore, but still usable or can be reused, is something that we can actually take with us and give to these families.
So, Pro Barbara, you seem very connected with the work you do, and that's interesting. It's glad to know that someone does it out of their own pocket, but what do you enjoy most about doing this work for the people? What enlightens you in doing it?
And what I enjoy most is seeing the change that happens or takes place in the people we work with. I mean, you see them from going from this low self-esteem person to a person who can they always laugh, actually they have smiles on their face despite the situation they are in.
That's true.
In Africa. But seeing them develop and evolve as human beings is rewarding, really rewarding. It keeps you motivated, and going back seeing somebody who didn't have anything, like you take an example of a business, and then you see them taking that small amount of money that they initially get or have been given to as a capital, and then multiplying it, and it becomes some kind of an enterprise.
Yeah, that's
But some big thing. that is really motivating. And just hearing somebody say, "Oh, thank you," and you're like, "For what?" And then they tell you, "Oh, you helped me this way." And these are things you probably pass by or even forget. Those moments are rewarding. Yeah.
Great. So also make sure to check out her website, which you didn't even mention, probarbara.com, where you can see her portfolio and profile, and also probably get in touch with you. Is this correct?
Yeah. People can get in touch with me. I have also my Facebook. Has to be active. Yeah, but I'm on social media.
She's also on social media. It's not allowed. You can mention it.
You can also find Pro Brab on Facebook and social media, just like we said, and you can get in touch through her website or via Facebook.
So what's your Facebook account?
Facebook is also, you write Pro Barbara, and then you get to me.
Really? Okay.
And one of the projects that I didn't mention is we are making bricks with women and men, actually. But we are empowering women through making our own bricks. And by that, we want to get to a point where we want to build our own homes. So by this time around, when I go back to Africa, we're going to set up our first building. And there we have our physical address. People will be able to reach. The people locally will be able to reach us. And, it will be like a focal point for them to come. We can sit and discuss issues and see what we work on next. But we are making bricks to build our own homes.
Yeah.
And what inspired me to do that is when I lost my own home once, and the second time and the third time in different places. But it inspired me to be able to build my home someday, and then to help other people. It inspired me to be able to build my home someday, and also to help other women to build their own homes. So we're making bricks. These are environment friendly bricks, and we also have cement bricks. But these are bricks made from materials around us, like soil. And after we build our homes, we'll be able to take care of our families and children better.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's great.
So what's the project called?
The project is called actually it's YHVH, Designing Communities.
Okay.
Yeah, and the project is called Witwalelewamu Tuvembwavu. Actually, it's a Luganda word, quite long, but if you're from Uganda, you might really understand.
Translate it for us.
That we work together and get out of poverty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. We're gonna come straight back after the break. Tell us, what music would you like us to play for you?
We can play the Abamulunji song by Prophetess Barbara.
Which is you yourself?
Yeah, which is me myself, actually. It keeps reminding me and putting me back on ground, reminding me of the things that I can accomplish, have been able to accomplish, and the things that I aspire for, knowing that I have somebody who can be good to me and support me.
All right, let's go into the first song by herself.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome back to Celebrate Uganda, here with Mr. Mo on the mix and my co-existent Exodus.
Yeah, that's right.
I got your name right, huh?
Yes, for the first time.
First time forever.
Yeah, really.
All right then. So yes, we're still here with our guest. We are two guests actually. One silent guest is called Gideon Enoch, and also we're still here with Barbara, Pro Barbara.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, at the beginning of the music that we played, we also played one of your songs. You're not only an entrepreneur, as we mentioned before, or a mother at 9, but you're also a musician, also like an artist, a singer. What was the song about, Abamulunji?
Abamulunji is about God. I'm a spiritual person, and I believe there's a sovereign God, and He has been good to me. That's what I'm singing in the song.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, like, what's your favorite genre, actually? What did you think about the music we were playing so far?
The Azonto one.
Yeah, Zonto.
Azonto is also good. It's good to get away from all the serious business and, go Azontoling. So sometimes we do the Azonto thing. So why not?
Yeah, so you yourself, what kind of music do you listen to?
I can listen to all kinds of music. And being a mother of different children in different generations or age group, I do listen to the rock, I do listen to the Azonto, I do listen to the Chiganda music, I listen to hip hop. I listen. Everyone has a different taste, and I try to be that person who seems to like everything, just to keep their morale up.
So you're a very diverse listener.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh, okay.
That can also be a kind of music when the baby cries.
Is it good music or is it like rock?
It keeps you on your tiptoeing.
Okay, yeah. Yes, the visitor has left the building.
So it's good to hear yourself as an artist and everything we've heard about you. Now, we usually do this to a lot of the people we bring on the radio show. We like to ask them, being in Sweden or in Europe, but there's not a lot of Ugandan restaurants we go to actually. And we always ask everyone who comes here, where's their favourite Ugandan restaurant? So hearers and viewers can also find out for themselves, and especially me and my host, Mr. Mo, because we're very hungry people nowadays.
So what's your favorite restaurant that you go to, which is...
In Sweden?
Yeah, Ugandan restaurants. Do you know any Ugandan restaurants?
Honestly, no.
Do you know any African restaurants?
No.
Isn't that ironic?
No, I live in a society where majority of people are white actually, and we don't have any African things like that. It would be something to venture into.
Yeah, I think that's something we actually had a discussion about because we were hungry and they had like Indian restaurants, they had Italian restaurants with the pizzas and stuff. They had many cultural food, but it was mostly like Asian food in comparison to African food. So there was one African restaurant we went to. It was which country was it? Eritrean.
Yeah.
So we said to ourselves, we're gonna ask every guest that comes by to give us some Ugandan restaurants as advice because we have actually not met or seen any.
No, well, I don't have any. Actually, I never go to any Ugandan restaurant.
That's unfortunate, but we're gonna keep you updated. And you yourself said that you wanted to start one in Uganda, actually.
Yes, my plans ahead are to start a restaurant, and I'll incorporate all the recipes I've learned from different cultures, and to start one in Uganda. Yeah.
Since you don't have any Ugandan restaurants that you can give us as a reference, can you at least give us a Ugandan recipe?
Ugandan recipe. Yeah, you can make the bananas. You know, matoke.
Green banana.
Yeah, green bananas. You make them in the green leaves. Yeah, and, you know, but it will be hard. People here tend to use plastic bags instead, just not to get them all soaked in water. But that's a recipe you can take. You buy green bananas. You can find them in Stockholm, a few places like Taj Mahals, and some other Ugandan people bring matoke, or you bring them by yourself on the plane, and then you put in boiling water. Before you put in the water, you have to kind of put them in a something like a plastic bag or what do they call it? A seal. Yeah. So that they don't get soil contaminated or soaked up in the water.
Okay.
But I think all Ugandans know how to make that.
Yeah.
Or maybe chapati, the sumbusas and all.
Yeah. All right then. So we want to thank you very much for coming and visiting us. I hope you had a really great time. We know we did. So before you leave, can you give us another song that you might want us to play on our radio show?
Yeah, you can play a song by Sasha Brighton.
Yeah.
Amalo. So.
All right.
That's a nice one.
Cool.
It was a pleasure having you here, Pro Barbara, also known as Barbara and Gabor, on the Celebrate Uganda radio show. And we hope all the best for the things that you're doing for Uganda. And it's great to know there's people out there like you.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. And
also make sure make sure you keep us updated with how it's going with your projects. We might have you again next time. Who knows?
Yes, I will do that. And follow me also on my Facebook, my Twitter, and also on my website, which is www.yhvhdc.com.
Yeah.
It shows our project work that we're doing in Uganda.
So thank you very much, Pro Barbara. Let's go into the next tune right here. Stay tuned on celebrateuganda.com.
Celebrate Uganda, the best radio station for African music.